I told myself I'm going to show up every single day on this channel, and thank God I am still here. Okay, now today we are going to be talking about something very sensitive yet happening silently in our life. And what is that? Quiet disrespect. And so I have a question for you. How can you know when someone is quietly disrespecting you? It happens a lot of times in our life, but sometimes we are not aware of it, or we rather ignore it because it happens quietly or silently. Okay, and sometimes quiet disrespect can suddenly lead to a loud one. And trust me, quiet disrespect is so powerful, and trickishly it has what it takes to steal your confidence from you. And that is why it is very important for us to talk about it and then see the way forward of coming out of quiet disrespect. And so if this is what you have interest in hearing, I want you to stick with me. Okay, now I want to be sharing with you 5 ways that you can actually know that someone or people are quietly disrespecting you. Number one is backhanded compliments. Yes, backhanded compliment is the first thing we'll talk about, and this happens stylishly. Okay, they do this with swag, and most times you won't notice that they are disrespecting you. You will feel that they are complimenting you, and so is a way of them trying to compliment you, yet trickishly or stylishly they add an atom of disrespect to it. Now, for example, you are well dressed, and instead of you to look at you and say you are beautiful, what do? They'll tell you, today you don't look like you. Sha, you are beautiful. Are you seeing? Trickishly, they can just say you are beautiful and that is all. But they use style, making you to understand that you don't used to be beautiful, but today is odd, you are. And so indirectly, stylishly, silently, quietly, they insult you while they say they are complimenting you. Maybe you did something excellent, you did something brilliant, you performed well, and instead of them to praise you that you really contributed a brilliant idea, thank you, instead of them to say this, they will tell you, I never knew this kind of idea can come from someone like you. You feel they are complimenting you, but trust me, it's an insult in the form of compliment. And so backhanded compliments are insult in the form of compliment. And whenever you notice someone or people doing this to you, trust me, they are trying to disrespect you with compliments. Now, the second way that someone or people can really disrespect you is when they always cross your boundaries with intention repeatedly. Yes, they know that you don't like this thing, yet they keep on doing it to you. Not because they are not aware, they are doing it with consciousness, they are doing it with awareness. And why are they doing that? They are indirectly trying to rubbish you, trying to look down on you, trying to tell you, how dare you set boundaries for them to respect. Who are you? You are not supposed to set a boundary for them. And so the boundaries you set, small or big, consciously and with awareness, they will always consistently do what? Break them in order to rubbish you, in order to show you that you and your kind of person or your personality or whatever you call yourself How dare you set rules for them to follow? It is your life and not theirs. So you are in charge. And so you've set boundaries. You've made it clear. This and this are what I don't like. They know, but repeatedly, they will keep on doing that to you because they felt, who are you compared to them? How dare you? Boundaries for them to respect. And how can you know that? It happens in different ways. And it happens to us sometimes knowingly or unknowingly. People do that to us. Now, someone knows that you don't like a particular thing, but stylishly, the person will be doing that thing that you say you don't like. You understand? And most times, they do it intentionally for people to know that you are not their class, you are not their level, you are not up to them. They just make that clarity always. And an example of someone really disrespecting you intentionally when you set boundary is this. For example, you've made this person to understand that I don't like someone trying to shut me down when I'm talking. And the person is aware that you don't like it when you are expressing yourself and they shut you down. And so you've made it clear to them, but they consistently do it. Whenever you want to speak, whenever you are saying something, they will just interrupt you, try to make you to understand that you don't have what it takes to address them. You don't have what it takes to talk to them. You don't have good ideas. It's a letdown. It's a disrespect quietly that they do to you. They know you don't like it, yet they do it. Now, the third way that you can really know if someone or people are actually disrespecting you is through their body language. You understand? Some persons can stylishly be disrespecting you with body language, not with their words. And whenever you notice that their words and their body language does not relate, then you know that person is trying to disrespect you. For example, you are talking to someone and instead of the person to look at you as you are talking to the person look at the person's sides. The person takes concentration away from you while you are talking to the person. That is snubbing you. Sometimes you call someone, the person heard you, but pretending as if they did not hear you. Because in their mind, how dare you? Who are you to call me? And so they snub you by pretending that they didn't hear you. Now, they also use body language to disrespect you when you are actually talking to them and then they start concentrating rather on their phones, meaning you are not important, you are not relevant, you are not useful to them, you are meaningless. And so you are talking to them while they are focused, pressing their phone, engaging with their phone. Or sometimes you are actually talking to them. And then what they do? They start singing songs. They start humming. And it is a good sign for you to know that someone is actually disrespecting you with their body language. They won't say a word. They won't say pen, but they are quietly disrespecting you. Sometimes you are talking to someone and you need an answer from the person. You ask the person something. Instead of the person to answer you yes or no, the person gives you a deaf ear. The person gives you a silence. And what does silence means? The best answer that you can give to a foolish person is for you to be silent. And so you need a yes or no answer from this person. Yes, the person refuses to talk to you. Why? The person is trying to tell you that you are a big fool, that they can't waste their time talking to you, and you might not notice they are disrespecting you, but when it happens constantly, you will get to know that this particular person or these people are disrespecting you. Sometimes might really be talking to someone else, and then they look at you and they do like this, or they cut their eyes, or they look you with bad eye when they see you are doing something. That is them trying to disrespect you with body language. They use their eye, they use their mouth, they use their nose, they use their hand, in disrespecting you so loudly, in a way that sometimes you will really be embarrassed. Now, the fourth way that you can really know that someone or people are really disrespecting is when they respect you only when they need something from you, or when they only respect you when they have something to really benefit from you. And this can be happening to you, yet you won't know it. Why? Because this one is something that is very trickish and corny. They are showing you respect, but that respect, trust me, is not coming from their heart. They are showing you that respect because they have something they are benefiting from you, or they have something they want to benefit from you. For example, there is this experience I had in my neighborhood. There is this particular family, they pass through my house, as in my compound, but then when they pass, they don't greet. They just pass, and sometimes they form that they are making call, or they are discussing something like that. They just keep themselves busy whenever they are passing, so they don't greet me. But then there was a day I was just sitting in my frontage taking fresh air because the weather was so hot indoors. And then one of them, a lady, was walking towards me. And at a point, I thought she wants to pass as usual. And then I noticed that she was coming towards my direction. And me too, I just tried to respect myself and then do my own thing. And then she walked to me, and for the first time, she greeted me, and she added, "Auntie, good afternoon." In my mind, what is happening? I answered, and I gave her a listening ear. And what is the next thing? She was asking me to grant her a favor. But unfortunately, what she was asking from me at that point, it was bad. She wanted me to give her my wheelbarrow, that she wants to use it. But that time the tire was flat, and so I told her, "Look at it there, you can see it. The tire is flat, even me, I can use it, and so I can't give it to you." And that is how she left. And as she was going, I was telling myself, see how human beings are. I have known you for a while. I am the only one that greets you. You don't greet me. And the only time you open your mouth to greet me, you have the boldness, you have the confidence to walk up to me and ask me for a favor. And that is how they are, so shameless. They don't care. They don't respect you, they don't regard you. But whenever they can benefit from you, whenever they need something from you, that is when they will be loyal to you. That is when they will show you all needed respect. And I call this high service. People with high service are people that always disrespect you in this manner. Okay? They show you the respect and the loyalty they are showing to you because of what they are benefiting from you, or because of what they want to benefit from you. And immediately they get that from you, they turn their backs against you. Why? Because you are not useful to them anymore. And so you have to really take note of these little things happening around you, so that you will know whenever someone is disrespecting you in any one of these that I have discussed with you. Now, the last but not the least way that people or someone can disrespect you is when they always ignore your ideas, when they always take your ideas for granted. Now, maybe you are discussing with them and you brought an idea that, okay, you people are planning to do something, and you said, I think I have an idea. Let us do this way. Guess what? Immediately you say that your idea, the discussion will pause. Will hold a break. They won't say pen, they won't say a word again. And you will feel embarrassed. You will say, like, maybe your idea is not good. Maybe your idea is bad. You will feel so. And sometimes you will regret why you brought in that your idea. But trust me, when someone else brings up the same idea that you brought to them, trust me, immediately they will buy into the idea. Immediately they will see reasons why that idea is going to work. And if you are there, you'll be wondering, is it not the same thing I said? That everybody looked at it as if it doesn't matter or the idea wasn't welcome. But at the same idea, someone else brought it and they accepted it. And sometimes they will even praise the person for the idea. But you know, originally, you are the one that brought up that idea. And that is a way that they silently disrespect you. They try to look down on your thoughts, on your ideas, because it is coming from you. And in this case, it is not that your idea is bad, it is because they don't regard you, they don't respect you, and it shows. Okay? These 5 ways that people try to use to disrespect you quietly are not the only ways that people or someone can really use to disrespect you quietly. And so, if you have an idea of another way, or if you have an idea of other ways, I want you to really drop it in the comment section below so that we can also learn from those ones and then add up with the one I've discussed with you for us to really know when people or someone is actually disrespecting us. And this is called quiet disrespect. And so it is not loud, it is silent, but then with time, it graduates to a loud one. And let me tell you, if you don't stop it, it is going to really kill your morale, it is going to kill your confidence. And that is why it is very important for us to be able to stop it whenever we notice it. There is no time that is too early to stop, and there is no time that is too late for us to stop people or someone whenever they disrespect us. But what is important is whenever we notice that people are trying to disrespect us silently, or someone is trying to disrespect us quietly, what we need to do is to really stop it with wisdom. Stop them politely, because the fact is you are different from them. You know who you are, and now you are now conscious of what they are doing to you silently, and so follow them with wisdom so that it will not lead to quarrel, it will not lead to argument, and then it won't lead to fight or hatred or jealousy, whichever form you can think of. And so now we have known how people quietly disrespect us silently, and so since we've known it, how are we going to solve this issue? Number one way is to call them out. And what do I mean by that? When you notice that someone is silently disrespecting you in any of these ways that we've discussed, call out the person, tell the person, you see this thing you are doing right now, I don't like it. Please stop it. It hurts me. Politely tell the person, and if the person is someone that respects his or herself, the person is going to really stop it because the person have known that you really have the awareness. Sometimes people disrespect us quietly, and even they don't know it that they are disrespecting us, but sometimes they are fully aware of what they are doing. But what is important is you really need to call them out and then tell them what they are doing to you. You don't like it, and you are not going to take it from them next time when they do it to you. And so when they know that you are serious and then you tell them in a polite tone and not in a tone that is attached with anger, they are going to respect you and then stop what they are doing to you. The second way that you can really stop them is to set clear small boundaries for them. Make them to understand that you see this and this I don't tolerate. For example, tell them you don't like it when you are trying to express yourself and someone shuts you down. And so, if you notice that this is what they are fond of doing, you tell them, I don't tolerate when someone shuts me down when I am trying to express myself. And so, please, I don't tolerate it. Don't do it again because it makes me unhappy. And trust me, they will understand and then stop that because you've made them to understand that you see this, that is what I don't like. And so, since you've given them a clear picture of the things you don't like, you don't tolerate, they are going to abide by it. Because if they don't and they repeat, you remind them, I have told you earlier that this is what I don't like. Please abide by it. And they will come to the consciousness of doing what? Abiding by that your boundary that you have set. Now, the next thing that you can also do to control or to stop people from disrespecting you or someone from disrespecting you is to really stop giving them unnecessary access to you. I do this a lot of times. I get to notice that there are some persons you would tell them, you call them out, tell them, you will still set your boundaries for them. But trust me, they will still disrespect you quietly. And so I use this third weapon seriously. I reduce the access I give to you to get to me. And so I got to realize that when I don't give people access to me, they don't have the effrontery to talk to me anyhow or to treat me anyhow, because when I don't give them the access, they become scared of treating me anyhow. And when I don't give them that access, again, what happens? They also respect themselves and then respect me too by not crossing my boundaries or disrespecting me quietly. Let me tell you, in reality, if you don't give someone the access to talk to you, they can't just walk up to you and disrespect you. If you don't give them access, they are forced to respect you by force. And that respect they give to you always comes with an atom of fear. Now, the last but not the least, the fourth way that you can really force these people that are disrespecting you quietly to start respecting you is when you make them to really understand that now you are very conscious always when you are around them. Now, before you don't have the awareness that they are disrespecting you quietly. But when you've called them out, when you've set your boundaries, when you don't give them enough access to you again, you have now made them to understand that you are now conscious whenever you are around them. And so they won't mess up with you again because they are aware that you are at alert whenever you are with them. Let me give you an instance. For example, maybe your parents don't want you to go out, and then you sneak out and you went out. And so you cannot knock at the door for them to come and open for you to enter. And so what you need to sneak to enter the house, isn't it? And then you are sneaking entering the house, and then they are in the parlor waiting for you and they greeted you. You are welcome. You will be shocked. Why? Because you don't know that they are aware of you tiptoeing to enter the house. And so now you don't know they were there. Now look it this way. If you know that they are awake waiting for you, or they are in the parlor waiting for you, you won't tiptoe. The worst is, if you know that they won't go out that day, they will be around in the house, they are alert. You won't bother saying you want to sneak to go to that party you want to go to, because if you sneak and go out, you will come back to meet them. And so the awareness, them knowing that you have this awareness, it will be foolish for them to say they want to still disrespect you quietly. And so they will end up respecting you rather than disrespecting you without a choice. It will be foolishness for you to know that your parents are awake looking at you, and then you want to tiptoe and pass them to go out. It's foolishness, except you are insane. And if your senses are intact and in order, you won't do that. And that is exactly what happens when they are conscious that you are aware of how they are disrespecting you silently. If they have this awareness, they are going to stop and they will rather respect you. Okay? Somebody disrespected me recently quietly when we are trying to discuss, and so someone that knows me that I don't tolerate nonsense that much tried to call my attention to say, look at what this person is saying to you. And I smiled, I laughed, and I told him I heard. I am trying to control my feelings and then my emotions when I am going outside or when I am in public, in order for me not to embarrass myself. And so I told myself that there is a way to handle people of that nature. When someone is someone that, if you set the boundary, the person cannot even follow up, you call them out, it will lead to quarrel. The only way out is to reduce the access they can get to you. And so I smiled because I know how to actually deal with that kind of personality. It's just for me to reduce the access you get to me, and that is final. Because if you don't have access to me, meaning you can't mess up with me. Now, this video, if it's longer than this, I will start blabbing, and I am glad I have been able to impact to you in this manner. And so don't just watch it and then leave it just like that. I want you, after watching, to be conscious. The previous video we did is how you are disrespecting yourself. This one is how others are trying to disrespect you. And so if you now respect yourself, if you now have the awareness of how people disrespect you and you stop it, what will happen? You will now have self-respect, and then others will also respect you. And so this is a good move. I want you to leave these words in your heart and use them in your daily life as you go out, as you come in, wherever you are, and see how you will live a life of dignity that is now full of respect. This is Simplicity in Big Channel. This is not the end of the journey of me posting every single day on this channel, and trust me, I'll see you tomorrow when I say it.